Hey guys, what's up? Here Simon from Simon Mastering, and today I'm gonna show you my mastering setup I created. It's a really nice setup where you have full control over mid-side signal with every plugin, and you can decide on which step in the signal path you want to apply the mid-side processing. And on many plugins you have mid-side processing by its own, but there are also many really great plugins who have no mid-side option. So in this setup you simply have all options to choose about this. And what I'm gonna do, let's jump right into Cubase. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a small routing section, and in this routing section what I'm gonna do, this is, let's call it track 1. This is where let's just apply a mix down. I have a mix down I'm gonna master later this day here. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna create 3 groups per track. That's what you have to do. 3 groups per stereo track. Sorry for my bad pronunciation. I think my accent sounds pretty German. So we have 3 groups. Track group 1 is we're gonna make the mid signal. Group 2 we're gonna group 1 side signal, and group 1 stereo or master. Let's call it stereo again, stereo. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna open the track. This is the output, and we apply no output, no bus. And now we're gonna route, we're gonna send this track to group 1 mid, to group 2 side, and make sure you don't make pre-fader send, make it post-fader. So this means all effects, all processing you apply here in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, in the first 6 slots, the last 2 slots here, they are post fader. So the all effects you apply here, they gonna be applied before the signal gets splitted into the mid and side signal. So then we're gonna go to the mid signal, and now we're gonna use a plugin by Voxengo, and we simply just now we create we make that this group here just contains the mid signal, so we mute the side signal. And on the group 1 side we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna mute the mid, and then we're gonna route the output of this group to the group 1 stereo. Here we're gonna route the output also to the group 1 stereo. And now let's have a listen. Okay, perfect. So what it does now, this signal, it's gonna be splitted into group 1 mid signal, group 1 side signal, and these outputs go into the stereo group here again. So just by these simple setup we are now able to apply all processing, all effects, whether if they have an MS option or not. We can decide if we're gonna apply them in the beginning, before the mid-side split, or afterward, or we can apply processing to the mid signal or to the side signal. So for example, if we're gonna start here with some distortion, and I want a distortion on the whole signal before we gonna split the signal. I just gonna apply the effect here in the first 6 slots. So now I have some nice tube distortion, and the tube distorted signal goes into both channels, and now I want to lift the high end of the sideness signal to increase the stereo image. And I wanna let's say I wanna apply low cut, and I sometimes like to apply low cut on the side signal a little bit higher. I'm not a fan of automatically cut everything on the side signal at, let's say, 200 Hertz. I think it's too much, and personally I'm often ending with settings like side signals 50 Hertz low cut, and the mono signal, I don't know, sometimes I don't low cut it, it depends. I don't low cut it by automatically, just on the side signal. And so okay, let's boost some low end on the mid signal on 60 Hertz. Okay. Okay, and after I have done the mid-side processing, now I want to compress everything together. So now I'm gonna go into the last channel. I don't know, let's use this compressor here. Okay, and the limiter at the last place. I mean, you see, you get the idea of the setup. The cool thing, you have all options to choose. You can apply any plugins on the mid signal, on the side signal. You can decide if you apply it on the stereo signal before the split or after the split. So I think it's a pretty cool setup, and I've never seen a tip on it on the internet. So I also have to say, yeah, it was my idea how to set up, and you can simply create a template. You know, just create a template and then duplicate it for, let's say, 15 tracks. You just have to make the work one time, and then you have your mastering setup. And what you're gonna do, you load up your mix downs and just apply it to the mix down track, and voila, you have all options and all preferences how you can do. You can also, you know, apply your analog chain, for example, if you just want to compress the mid signal and send it to some analog gear. You just apply it here and you send it the mid signal to your analog gear, and that's what I wanted to show you. Hope it was inspirational, and see you later and take care. Peace.